Thank you for joining me today. If this is your first time seeing my face, I am DanEBlu. I am a natural hair, fashion, lifestyle, and beauty blogger. Welcome. If this is your first time, please make sure you join the Fam Bam and you hit that little subscribe button as well as the bell that is next to it so you can get notified every time I drop a new video. If you're not new, welcome back, boos, and I'm glad you're here again. Don't judge me. Do not judge me about that. I'm gonna get to that. So since we got that out the way, we are here today to talk about one of Wet n Wild's newest 8-pan palettes. 2, 4, 6, 8. My bad. 10-pan palettes. And this is from their new line, and this is called the Basic, Not a Basic Peach 10-pan palette from the Photo Focus line of Wet n Wild, well, Color Icon. If you don't know about Wet n Wild Cosmetics, they are one of the most affordable brands out there. They've been around for a long time, and now they've decided to repackage and reformulate how their palettes look. I only picked up this one because it was the only one that caught my eye. There was another one there, and everyone keeps saying it reminds them of the Modern Renaissance palette. I hate the Modern Renaissance palette, so that was the reason why I didn't pick that one up. Otherwise, I would have gotten that one because it was like a mauve berry type palette, and anyone who's been around, you know that's my jam. So we're just going to review this bad boy right here, and we're just going to get started. So let's talk about the packaging. I do like that. Of course, it has a clear cover so you can see the colors. A nice little glass case. This retails for $4.99. You could probably get it for like maybe $4.68 from Walmart if you get it from there, but I think that's the cheapest you're gonna get it. It has all these beautiful, beautiful colors in here. And I hauled this not too long ago. I purchased mine from ULTA for $5. And since my arm is free, I guess we can go through here and just swatch all the colors so you can see what they look like. And I guess I'll start from this color on over, and then we'll do the top row. So this is this color. This is that color. I was supposed to do the bottom row. I do not know how that happened. I'm so sorry, y'all, but here goes. And that's how they swatch. Now we're gonna go to the row I was supposed to have been doing, which is this row right here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I feel so awkward because I'm a lefty. So that's what they look like. Pretty powdery, huh? But I assure you, they look a lot different on the eyes. And actually, I'm wearing it today, so we'll get to that in a second. I do like how this looks. Then on the back as well, it does show you a way to use the colors. If you're a person that needs help, I had to run and get one of my trusty dusty wipes because I just realized this stuff is getting all over everywhere, and that's not gonna work for me. So let's get those off. And as you can see, they come out pretty easy, so they're not any eyeshadows that are going to stain your eyes. And if you don't know, Wet n Wild is a cruelty-free brand, and that is one of the things I do love about them. So if you're vegan or if you're just looking for a brand that does not test on animals, Wet n Wild is one of those companies. So we've seen how the colors look. Now I'm going to get a little bit closer so you can see what they look like on my eyes. And you might be asking, like, it looks pretty light. Yeah, about that. It did not look like that earlier today. I'm going to come back to that in a second. So, I really like, I've tried all of these colors except for this green one and this brown one, but I've tried every other color. So, I've been trying this out for a few days because I want to know how it wears and the longevity, see how the formula works. It has a light makeup-y smell, but nothing that you'll notice unless you're very, very, very extra sensitive, but it's nothing to notice. They're really buttery, except for, it was one that wasn't, I believe it was this one. Yeah, I believe it was this orange that wasn't as buttery, but for the most part, it swatches, like to the finger, it feels really good. Even the shadows up here that are more shimmers, they are a little bit gritty, but I kind of expect that because I'm looking at them and you can see there's quite a bit of texture in there, so I was expecting that to happen. On the eyes, they blend awesome. Now on my inner tear duct area and the first section of the eye, I have this color right here. Yep, this color. And in between the outer V and the inner eye area, I have this orange. And then on the outside out there, I have this transition color because it was my transition, as well as a little of that. Now you might be looking at my eyes and you're like, girl, you was lying. No, I am not. Now that's one thing I will say I'm a bit upset about, and I'm going to add a little bit more just so you can see that it looks a little bit different when you first apply it. So I'm going back to the color I had before. So you see how pigmented it is, and then you see how much is on my right eye. Yeah, and then I don't really understand what happens. Like, it just kind of disappears as the day wears through. Like, it's still there, it's subtle, but it's not that boom that I started off with today. And then I had blended it together. Hold on, I'm gonna get my brush so I can blend it. And I'm just using a Sephora brush. So you see what I'm saying? It blends really easily. It blends very easy. Then I'm gonna take the other color that I have on the outer V, which is this color right here. Let me flip that over. See, I barely touched it. I placed it up there. Oh, let me put a little bit more on there because yeah. So you can see the difference in my eyes, that the color just kind of wore off throughout the day. And I mean, it was $5, granted that, but I've used some of Wet n Wild's older formulas and not one time did they disappear on me. So I'm a bit upset about that. Now you're gonna get some beautiful looks. I've used this palette for 4 days and I've gotten 4 beautiful looks, 4 different looks, and I love them. I did not, if you're a beginner, like if you're just starting out with makeup and you're like, you want to try some colors but you don't want to spend all the big bucks, this will get you there. But as far as staying power, I'm kind of disappointed. And I use the eye primer like I always do. I always use the eyeshadow primer, and I don't understand what happened, but this is something that you're probably going to have to want to use a little bit more primer, or if you use a concealer, make sure you set the concealer, then put the eyeshadow primer on top of the setting powder that you used. But outside of that, this is a really nice pigmented palette for $5. I'm not gonna complain. I think it did a beautiful job. My eyeshadow looked very nice and muted and demure like I wanted it to look. So I will be getting some major play out of this palette. So I'm gonna give it a big thumbs up. Wet n Wild, way to go, because you've been knocking it out the park for a while, and I am not disappointed with this new palette. With that said, thanks for watching your girl. Make sure you go and check out this palette. If you've tried it and maybe you have a different opinion, let me know down below. But this is how it's been working out for me. I love it. I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit my thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.